What is up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Before I get started here, cue Indigo Sing. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on our Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe I was Blackrue investing.
My man Indigo, what is going on, guys? We are back for another live stream from Blackrue. What is going on? Let's go to the screen share here, and we're just gonna give the live stream to some folks in Twitter. So while you guys are coming on, I'm gonna take some time to do that. Today we'll be talking about WEF related coins. And of course, my patrons will get the full and entire list, but we will go over some of them today. Let me make sure I mute over here. Okay, it is muted. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we're gonna post it in Twitter. I can't do this until the live link actually shows up. So, so sorry, but I can't actually put the link in Twitter until I actually go live. So just so you guys know that. Boom. So we're shared with Twitter, and then let's come over here. So specifically, one that we're going to focus on today is LCX. And LCX is a member of the World Economic Forum. We've been over this countless numbers of times. But here we go with its partners. And if you look at the list of its partners, by LCX being a member of the World Economic Forum, then, you know, just kind of anything that's a partner of LCX is also kind of partnered with the World Economic Forum. There's going to be some other ones that are kind of partnered with partners of LCX, which we'll go over. So we're going to do that today. Let's see here. Who is in the house? What's up, Relaxing Serenity Sounds? What is up, Sharon Dawson? How you doing? Let's go to the list here. So again, like I said, we're gonna start with LCX, but here's kind of a little short list of who we're gonna do. Check out my video that I have posted on Casper. Let me bring up the channel here right quick. It's www.darkhorsewatcher.com. Leads you straight to the channel where you can like and subscribe. And that's coming up right about boom now. So if you come over here to lives, you'll see a video that I did on Casper, and you'll note that Casper is speaking at Davos 2023. So that give them a direct connection to the WEF. Yes, well, they're speaking at a Davos conference, which the WEF throws, but they also have a direct connection to frequent contributor to WEF stuff, IBM. And you'll learn more about IBM being a contributor to WEF things with the live stream today. So definitely check out my video on Casper. We'll go a little bit more in depth on them, but not to the level of depth of the video. So definitely check out the video. So let's go back to our list here. And you'll see number one on the list is Ripple. So Ripple became a member of the World Economic Forum on August 12th, 24th. So much stuff going on with Ripple. You know, they have that case with the SEC, which we're probably all hoping that they do not get declared a security. But I know one thing, we never really go onto their website. But you can see here, they're working already with so many banks. Like, it's almost like it really doesn't matter how this case ends for Ripple. They're working with Bank of America and all these different banks like Travelex Bank. They're working with the Central Bank of Brazil. Like, they're already tied into so many different banks where it kind of almost doesn't matter what happens with this case. I'm pretty confident, not financial advice, of course, but I'm pretty confident it's not going to be labeled a security, because after they do this, they're going to launch their company public. And once they launch their company public on a NASDAQ, that will be their security. And then the XRP will actually be a commodity. So they're going to have the best of both worlds, both the commodity and the security. That's just my thought. That's my prediction. You know, not financial advice. That's just what I'm thinking will happen. So that's Ripple. Now let's go back here to our list, and you can see Ripple's like a number in the top 10 of cryptos, right? Let's look a little bit here now at Polkadot. We don't talk about Polkadot that often on the channel, so it's a really good time to kind of take a look at them. So let's go over here to LCX's infrastructure, okay? We're going to look at something called Parity Technologies. Parity Technologies is kind of the people, they're the people behind Polkadot coding, sort of like Consensus is for Ethereum, Consensus and JP Morgan, sort of like IOHK input output is for Cardano. This is Parity for Polkadot. So come over here, you see Parity is a global team of top distributed systems engineers, cryptographers, solutions architects, and researchers building core blockchain infrastructure for the foundation of Web3. So, and then you see this news blurb. LCX chooses Polkadot to advance their security token standard. Now, this is like breadcrumbs to the fact that Polkadot is probably going to be where LCX builds their blockchain. You'll see that as we come down here. A critical component of LCX infrastructure, the Liechtenstein protocol, a proprietary protocol to deliver a chain agnostic token standard, will be built on top of Polkadot's blockchain solution. The Liechtenstein protocol aims to leverage Polkadot network to strengthen a solution that will enable the token issuers to access secure, reliable, transparent, and compliant infrastructure for digital securities. So the way it looks is LCX is going to build on top of Polkadot, and their main focus there is going to be for digital securities. And I think that will not be digital securities as in their token, digital securities as in like stocks, digital securities as in like kind of like what are already considered to be traditional securities. They now will be digital and on the blockchain. Okay. And here, further proof that Parity is the team behind Polkadot. Global team, top distributed systems engineers, cryptographers, solution architects, and researchers building core blockchain infrastructure for the foundation of Web3 and Polkadot. So, and I think they even go down here further into it. The Liechtenstein protocol's integration with the Polkadot blockchain will unlock access for projects to the developing potential of tokenized securities. The Polkadot ecosystem projects can leverage LCX's security token standard to issue digital native security tokens in compliance with frameworks and standards adopted by regulated financial entities. Now, to me, I don't think that means that they're saying that the tokens that will be on LCX's platform are just security tokens, are securities. I think they're saying that they're going to issue security tokens of things that are already securities, like I just said, like bonds, like stuff like stocks, stuff like that. So you can already see here, this is the goal of LCX, to kind of be a blockchain built on top of Polkadot. Let's see what we got in the house here. I keep missing my thing. Okay, there we are. What's up, Ace? What's good? Yeah, I'm live, homie, I'm live. What is good, HBCU maker? Man, DOT has been bleeding out bad. It really has. I lost my bullish vibes back for a few months back. Just feel like they stuck in the neutral, not going anywhere. The space moves too fast and they're getting passed by. I feel you. I really kind of feel you on DOT. But it does seem like they have a huge World Economic Forum presence here. And we're going to go over it. Click Donique. I just bought some. I'd rather go. I feel you too. I'm right there with you, Ace. Man, I tell you, we be right here, brother. I'm kind of Cosmos over DOT too at this point. I'm really there. Yeah, LCX for real. Like LCX, I really think LCX has a bright future. They continue to pump and talk about regulation, but we'll get into that. And DOT whole play is interoperability, but by the time they get to that point of use, there could be other multiple protocols or better doing something similar. Yeah, I think Cosmos has got them at this point, and I also think that Quant is going to do a lot of what they want to do in that space. What's up, Siobhan? We can talk a little Telcoin after we get done with this. So back onto the DOT work. So we were just talking about how they would team with LCX. Again, like LCX is just so tasty sitting here at 3 cents. We'll go over LCX in a second. But now let's transition from DOT to Origin Trail. But before we go to Origin Trail, let's kind of look at DOT's price history. We've looked at XRPs a ton, so I'm not going to go over that. But let's look at DOTs here. So all the things that my guy Ace said is true. I'm kind of like in agreement, not agreeance. I don't know how that word became word, but I'm in agreement with him there on that. So I really think that Cosmos is ahead of it, and a lot of the things that it's going to do with the World Economic Forum, I think Quant's going to do most of the CBDC things, but it still seems like there's a place for Polkadot, and we'll go over that in just a second. But let's let the price history stuff load up here. So in the last bull market, they were as high as over $50. Now, from here, that's over a 10x. If we think it does get back to this. And I kind of firmly believe everything will trump its previous high. So maybe this goes to 60, maybe 70. So maybe that's like a 12x or 15x, right? So that's something to look at. And it really only went through one bull run. And that was 2021. So small-ish supply here. Only like 1 billion, 1.2 billion, give or take, 1.26 billion. So very interesting there. Yeah, so Polkadot. That's what we got for Polkadot's price history. Now we're gonna move over to Origin Trail here. Let's look at its history. Why don't we? So Origin Trail, this is a supply chain crypto, but they're also building a second token on Polkadot. So that's why I wanted to kind of move it also into the Polkadot system, because they're going to build their second coin on Polkadot. So right now, this one was as high as 236. So again, another one that's over a 10x at this point, right? Let's see if we can go to their YouTube from here. Doesn't look like we can. Let's go to their website and then go to their YouTube. Now, I don't know that you guys know this, but they were doing like supply chain management for personal protective equipment, PPE, during the whole the Rona, right? So if we come all the way down here, let's see if we can access their YouTube. Okay, there we go. Now I'll show you on their site where they have something from the World Economic Forum directly calling them out. We won't watch the video, but I'll just show it to you. Because you know we like to show receipts over here. So boom, boom, boom. Okay, there you go. The startup tracks medical supplies and PPE through use of blockchain, the power of blockchain. So that's directly on their website. But also coming over here, perusing the website, we get to see the second coin that they want, bringing real world assets to Polkadot. So it's all about tokenization. That's something, again, that the World Economic Forum is very, very heavy on. Tokenization, tokenization, tokenization. So bringing real world assets to Polkadot by harnessing the power of Origin Trail, decentralized knowledge graph. Origin Trail parachain extends discoverability, verifiability, and did not know that was a word, and greater value for interconnected Web3 assets to Polkadot. So if we go down, you see here they want to do real world assets, and that completely tracks with what we saw with LCX, how they were saying that we're going to do like securities and stuff like that. A lot of those securities may be real world assets like futures. So if they're doing futures trading on LCX, that's kind of like a real world asset type of derivative deal. Use Origin Trail to turn real world items like cars, food, luxury items, house, art, or others into Web3 assets. So that's really cool, yay, and it's really dangerous at the same time, because it's like, okay, you default, they're coming for your Mona Lisa, or, you know, like, you don't own a Mona Lisa, but maybe you own, like, okay, a really nice Rolex watch, or maybe you put a loan out on your Tesla. Okay, you default on that, and, you know, you get into dire straits, and they're coming for your Tesla. You know what I mean? So, got to be very, very careful with that. Make them discoverable and all claims about them fully verifiable, and their ownership transferable. Okay. But yeah, I mentioned the bad, but the good can be, okay, now you're going into some place and you're paying with like the liquidity that's in your Tesla, or you're paying with liquidity that's in your Bored Ape or whatever, right? So that can be very, very cool and done at the speed of crypto time, right? Because it's not like you're dealing with Swift. Normally, if you go into get a loan, you're waiting 3 or 4 days. If you're doing it with crypto on the blockchain, it should be like, very fast, like 2-5 minutes. They just know, right? If you're available, if you're able to do it or not. Supercharge the metaverse. Ensure verifiability. I'm sure that is not a word, man. There's some other term that we use, because I know we don't use that in software engineering. It's either validated or verifiable or verified. There's no verifiability. Okay, but anyway, ensure verifiability of NFT related content to protect its IP and ownership rights. Form valuable connections of an NFT with other NFTs and other Web3 assets, or search terms for discoverability. And then they're saying that they have some partnerships here with Kala, Parity, which we just discussed them. They build on Polkadot, but apparently Walmart, and again, World Economic Forum, they're buddies, they're pals. Oracle, DigitalOcean, what's that, Scan, not sure what this occulted thing is, and Global ID. Okay, so come down here, and they kind of show how these were interplay together. Origin Trail Parachain, Origin Trail DKG adoption incentives, gas fees for transactions and smart contracts, staking for collators, and governance. And then their original Ethereum track coin, publishing and updated assets, collateral for DKG nodes, staking for assets discoverability. So, interesting. And you can read the white paper on it and, kind of come up to speed there. So, we got that Origin Trail, and then again, a connection to Polkadot here. So, very interesting, right? Very interesting. Next, I think we should move on to Hedera. Now, we already got a connection here with IBM. We're going to get a further connection here with IBM. The connection we got with IBM previously is through Casper. Now we're going to get a connection with IBM through Hedera, which is sitting at a lovely price here, under 4 cents. So let's just look at Hedera here. So first of all, Charles Hoskinson hates this coin. Why does he hate this coin? It's so corporate. It's uber corporate. Uber corporate. These are the people who own and govern them. So they remove the word owned. Because remember before, it's in one of my videos that I said that it was here that it was like Hedera is owned and governed by, they removed the word owned. Wow. Okay. So Hedera is governed by the world's leading organizations. We got Google. We got IBM. We got Boeing. We got Standard Bank. We got Shinhan Bank. But there we are, IBM, right? Chainlink Labs, Chainlink again. Deutsche Telekom, which is T-Mobile. LG, Nomura, Wipro, like some of the biggest companies in the world. Germany, America, like Of course, Boeing, like Google and IBM are kind of worldwide, but and so is T-Mobile. But you get the picture, right? Wipro is really huge in India. Where are they at? Wipro right here. Nomura, I think, is Japanese. LG, again, worldwide telecom. Crazy big, right? And then I've shown you a video before where Charles Hoskinson and Lehman Baird, the CEO of Hedera, are all gaga about tokenization. Let me see who we got in the house here. If we got some of our regulars in here, I won't play it because I've played it so many times. Let me see. Great minds think alike, homie, for sure. Yes, I'm long-term bullish on track. If you learned anything from Rona, it is how bad supply chain. Yep, for sure, man, for sure. Track is going to revolutionize how supply chain is handled. Very bullish on tokens that actually have real-world utility like Track. Yep, I love Algo too. They're not directly connected, but through CBDCs, they're connected. What is up, Gomes? How you doing? So let's get back on over here. Let's get back on track. Sorry guys, I'm in a silly mood today. So Origin Trail, we did those. We got Hedera down. Oh, let's look at Hedera price history, why don't we? So it's so great here, especially considering you could go on Hashpack and you can stake your Hedera on there. Hashpack wallet is kind of like Hedera's wallet. You may be able to use, like, I was trying to do it where I put my Hedera on my ledger, but it was telling me I needed to do something special to integrate it with Hashpack, and I just stopped doing it, but I might have to just figure that out again. It really didn't go as bananas as it could have went in this last bull run, but since then they've done things like get their DeFi up and running. They did not have their DeFi up and running for this bull run, and they still went to 45 cents. So imagine now that they actually have their DeFi up and running, where these guys can actually go. And I know a couple people told me about Saucer Swap. A couple people in the community told me when it first opened. You can see there it is right there. Has like most of the money other than Stater, which is just staking. You can see it here. It's just the growing. And with all those companies in the mix that we just saw, like Boeing and IBM, believe me, it's probably going to grow a lot further from there. So, again, though, sitting at 45 cents and it's under 4 cents here, we got at least a 10x. And I thoroughly believe, just like Bitcoin, and I showed you guys, Bitcoin, every halving, they top the previous top from last bull run. So I thoroughly believe it tops this 45 cents from this last bull run. Maybe we see $1. I really think that that's a possibility. And you know, it's a pretty big supply, 50 billion. The other two biggies with supplies like this are XRP and Cardano. But again, with the partners it has in tow, I don't think this supply is a problem. So, and it's not anything crazy like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. So still cool. And of course, it's the number 37th ranked crypto, so it's already in the top 50. And by the way, Polkadot is 13. We went over Casper. We went over Origin Trail. We went over LCX a little bit. We can go a little bit deeper into LCX. Again, so yeah, these are the partners. You see Chainlink show up again. So are we kind of getting that some of these guys are just World Economic Forum people, even though they don't kind of directly claim it? Chainlink is definitely just in there real good with the World Economic Forum. Ethereum is definitely in there real good with the World Economic Forum. They're just in. But here we have Constellation. They've teamed up with LCX. Constellation Network chooses LCX as a partner. So I like how they go with bullet points and they just kind of just say exactly what the partnership's supposed to do. LCX will be supporting the listing of tokens created using Constellation's network layer 0 standard, because Constellation's kind of like a Polkadot or a Cosmos, but they didn't really just pop off, like they didn't totally pop off in the last bull run, but they're releasing so many interesting projects. LCX and Constellation will continue or will collaborate to use Constellation's hypergraph transfer protocol to bring trade and transaction transparency to the centralized exchange. LCX will integrate native wallets to support DAG and list DAG on LCX exchange. LCX will list the Lattice token, the Lattice exchange token on LCX. And we've been over that before. We went on a Lattice and we saw some of the cool projects they're releasing. We won't do that here, but if you guys want to go to my past videos on DAG, you can learn a little bit more about the stuff that's listed on Lattice. Some very exciting projects, one of which Jayco, I'm really excited about. So going on, LCX will provide legal assistance as a legal framework package for additional L0 tokens and businesses which are currently being prepared and worked in stealth mode. Ooh, what's that? Businesses worked in stealth mode. And of course, LCX providing legal assistance is very helpful because they're the World Economic Forum. I mean, everything legally is going to happen with the World Economic Forum. Like, if you want something done legally, these are the people you want to get it done legally. The World Economic Forum meets with, like, princes, heads of state, all types of people. They're probably, I don't want to say the word, starts with Hildeberg Group. You know what I mean? They probably have some people at the Hildeberg Group, if that makes a little sense to you. I'll have to do a video on Rockfin about that particular group so you guys know what's going on. But I digress. The two entities will, in collaboration, I did read that right, will in collaboration to provide a path for tokens minted on the Constellation Network to be listed and traded in a regulatory compliant environment. Using Constellation's hypergraph transfer protocol, LCX aims to build a state channel, and they said they're going to get state channels up and running sometime soon in 2024. I'll show you guys a good guy you can follow in reference to stuff like that. That validates trade data and thus brings many of the benefits of DeFi to a centralized exchange. Okay, of course, I'll keep you guys up to date on it, but if you want to follow Dagnum PI, he's a pretty good follow on everything Constellation. Where is... Okay, yeah. There was some stuff that popped off with Andrew Tate. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but he got arrested in Romania. Sounds really kind of... Yeah, but I digress. So he was saying something about state channels being available by March. Okay. My guy Dagnum does send a lot of tweets. Okay. Okay, I think this is it here. What I wanted to show you. Okay, here we go. DAG is a cryptocurrency that is looking to differentiate itself from the rest of the market. Let me scroll up so that's easier to see. From the rest of the market by offering a layer 0 state channel solution that uses hylomorphic mathematics to abstract data types and create a network that can model and validate data streams from various sources. This allows for greater interoperability and scalability, making Constellation DAG a unique and promising option for investors in 2023. Now, I did some deeper videos on Constellation DAG. Like literally, Constellation DAG is almost like, you can almost say it's as big as an operation as LCX, but not quite, because they're not directly connected to the World Economic Forum. But if you look at some of the things these guys do, some of the guys that they're partnered with, like NASA and a coin called VXV, it's very, very, very great to look into. So I would definitely recommend you guys to come over and watch my videos on DAG. Come on over here and, oh, I closed it. Oh, well, we'll open it again. DarkHorseWatcher.com. Boom. You just go over here and search for either DAG or Constellation. Should lead you directly to the videos. I would definitely suggest to do that, because DAG is like such a great thing all in its own. So let's do DAG here. See what it returns. So there you go. DAG just as good as LCX. DAG, we got a couple. Okay. Yeah, so we got a couple different DAG videos. Yeah, just like all of that. All of that is good. All of that is good. So yeah, definitely check into those. Let's come check you guys out before we go into another one. Yeah, definitely smash up the likes, guys. 5 years ago, BTC was 17.7K. Today it is 16.6. So I love it that Ace said that. So we got like a great opportunity right now, because the next time Bitcoin halves, I really think we're going to hit that 100K with Bitcoin. I really think so. So we got a really great opportunity to load up on altcoins and then possibly translate those earnings into Bitcoin, load up into things that have exposure to Bitcoin. But again, I digress. But that's a great digression. BTC gonna break lower in the new year. I'm waiting for altcoin def knows to pick those up. BTC dominance super bullish. Oh, you know what about Jayco? I've been looking into them and the whole own your health. Yes, I'm loving Jayco. Ruel, have you used OpenAI yet? OpenAI, I do not think so. OpenAI, as far as like open like artificial intelligence, or is that coin? Like I'm not sure Since I'm pretty not sure what you're talking about, I do not think I've used it. But please fill me in. And what's up, GT, by the way? Hope you're doing well. So let's see, where were we here? And you guys know I've been talking a couple times about, excuse me, CleanSpark. CleanSpark is a company I'm using to get exposure to Bitcoin because it has more, a greater multiplier. So that's how I'm getting my exposure to Bitcoin, and I plan on moving all of those earnings when CleanSpark does the spark up over to Bitcoin, and be very happy once I get that whole coiner status. So I think we covered all of these, but we have a couple other things to mention here. So we got XRP, Polkadot, Hedera, Casper, Origin Trail, Constellation DAG, which is one all to its own, and LCX. Now let's look at the LCX price target. Or I don't know if we did or not. I think we may have, but let's just go one more time. So yeah, it was as high as 45 cents, and with it being like one of the most regulated exchanges, I really think a lot of people will flock towards this coming up in the next bull run. You can use this in America, so there's that as well. Their supply is pretty low here, under 1 billion. Very, very, very cool. And let's see if we touched on all their different partners here. I think we missed one of them. Chainlink, I think we've gone over them before, but there's some other partners here that I think we might have missed. Okay, Celo and Icon. I've been over those before. Definitely go check out the videos on Celo and Icon. Icon's really big in South Korea. Yeah, South Korea. So yeah, definitely come over and check out those videos. And I'll also be over for comments too, guys. So don't worry, we got a lot of the show left to go here. So Icon. So definitely come over here and check that out. They are literally kind of the Ethereum of South Korea. Oh boy, my beard was white as snow over there. Looking like a young Frederick Douglass over there. Dang gone. So definitely check that out. Check out just for my white beard. I mean, that alone is enough to click and watch this video. You know what I'm saying? That alone is enough. But yeah, let's come over here and check out some questions. Fat fingers. Yes, I've used that chat GBT. Ruel, you need to check it out. It's that OpenAI, that Elon Bolt. Okay, I'll check that out. That chat GBT or GPT. Okay, it is effing crazy. It can literally write code for you so fast. Okay, all right. That sounds really cool. Just go in and get my work extrally specially done very quickly at work. That'll be great. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out. And then I think we had a question about Telcoin. And if there are any more questions, go ahead and put them out there and we'll get to them. Telcoin. So let's go look at the Telcoin here. I know Telcoin had some nice stuff set up in Nebraska. Okay, And just like a lot of alts, I think we'll see this splurge when the bull run happens. Is this the lowest we're gonna get it at, like right now, where it is right now? I would probably say we get it lower than this at some point. But I mean, if you really believe in it, how much lower do you got to go than like 0.002, right? Let's look at the supply. Ooh, that's pretty big supply again. Not as much as CBU, and I don't think as much as Dogecoin, but 100 billion, excuse me, is a pretty big supply. I know they have things like DeFi up and running. They have like their own little DeFi platform. What I like to do is pop open their Twitter and see what's going on. And I've said this before. It really worries me that things like Ripple are not getting into the remittance payment deal. Okay. So that makes me worry about, like, okay, are they going to nudge people like Telcoin out of the way? You can see here, there's a possibility for trading on the Telcoin app. Ocean Protocol is now available. So they have a pretty cool app. I haven't downloaded it yet. Back when I tried to, they had like they wouldn't let you do it because they had so many people trying to download it. Probably could download it now. For your own crypto portfolio, PRT is one of the hottest new additions on the Telcoin app. So they're really putting some work into this Telcoin app. That's really cool. So the whole goal of the Telcoin app was to just do the remittance payments and do it kind of bankless, right? They were one of the first companies to kind of get into that whole remittance payment type of deal. But you can see here, they post regularly, and they continue to do stuff like add different coins to their app. Like, they're definitely doing stuff. You know what I mean? This is not EOS, where it's like, what are you doing? So you're definitely doing stuff. Let's see if we can find some relation to some of the stuff they're doing in Nebraska. I think I just pressed enter. Okay, there we go. So, Digital Asset Bank, Nebraska, that is correct. It is a digital asset bank in Nebraska. So that's another thing to note. Not too many cryptos are actually digital asset banks. I think Kraken is. There might be one other one, but they're actually a digital asset bank in Nebraska, in the U.S. Not too many cryptos can actually say that. Okay. All right. So may have to be doing some little bit more deep diving in this, but you see that they have things going on. Telcoin does. So Just for me, there are a lot of other cryptos ahead of it at this point, and since stuff like Ripple is moving in on them, I'm like, I don't know, they've taken a back burner to a lot. Like all the cryptos I listed today, they would still be in the back burner of all of those to me. I would buy all of those cryptos before it. That's just where we're at with it. But is it a real project doing real things? Yes, it is. So that's kind of all I can say about Telcoin at this point. Until something else motivates me with it. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, I can explain that, GT, for sure. Tell it. What's up, Phantom Beat? What's up, Better Understanding? Hopefully it's not the small little bank SBF is using. Hopefully not, man. Okay, so let's explain the grayscale discount, basically. So it's kind of like how I was explaining. It's kind of like how I was explaining the discount for CleanSpark, but there's just an extra little level to it. So basically, the way it works, I believe, is that the actual crypto inside of the trust of one share of Grayscale is actually worth $16. Is where it actually goes. So the amount of Bitcoin that is in one share price of Grayscale is actually worth $16, where the shares now are only selling for $8. So really, you're getting a big discount on that. But another way to look at it would be, okay, at its height of the bull run, we don't need to go back that far. Can we do 2 years? So at the height of the bull run, this was at $58. Let's see if we can go back 5. It's not really. They need a 3-year one. If there was a 3-year one, that would be better. But let's just say here, $58 was when Bitcoin went to 68K, right? Because that was how high Bitcoin was at, 68K, right? So current prices of Bitcoin is like 16. So 68K is basically 4 times what Bitcoin is right now. So if Bitcoin 16 times 4 is basically 64, right? So Bitcoin is trading at a 4x multiplier. If you bought Bitcoin right now and it went to its high, you would get 4 times your money on it. But with Grayscale sitting at where it's sitting at right now, just forget about the Bitcoin that's in there, but just think about it right now. It's at $8, and if it got to its same high, like Bitcoin, so let's say 8 times. So 8 times what? 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6. So really right now it's at a 6 multiplier and Bitcoin is at a 4 right now. So really that's the way that I would think that you should do it. But some people are doing it like the Bitcoin that's actually inside of it is worth $16. So it's actually trading at a 50x multiplier for some people. So because the Bitcoin inside of it is worth 16 and it's trading at 8. But another way you could do it is say, look, okay, Bitcoin at its high at 68 was when this was at 58. So, okay, let's do a ratio of the two highs, right? That's the word I'm looking for, or that's the best way to say it. You're doing a ratio of the highs. And for me, again, just to show you guys, since it's there, the better ratio of the highs would be CleanSpark sitting here at $1.88, and CleanSpark was like at $42 when Bitcoin was at 68. So if we're doing a ratio of the highs, Bitcoin at its high and where it's trading now is a 4x multiplier. CleanSpark at its high and where it's trading now, like relative to Bitcoin, is over a 20x. So CleanSpark 20x multiplier, Bitcoin 4x multiplier. I'm going to buy the CleanSpark instead because I'm going to make a 20x on my money. And then hopefully they both get to the same highs. I'm making 20x my money here with the CleanSpark. Then I go get my Bitcoin with that once they reach those highs again. Not financial advice, but that's the thought behind that. Okay, let's see here. I hope that made more sense there. And check out the last episode, guys. We did some talking about some stocks. We went over some cannabis stocks. We went over Sundial and Tilray. We also went over some green energy stocks like Proterra, which is sitting at a really good price here at $3.70 something cents. We also went over Rivian. We did not go over Beam, but we went over Rivian and ChargePoint. Let me know if you guys want to go over any stocks now. I do not mind. Or if you guys have any other questions. So one thing too, I just want to note on these WEF coins, we can actually see here with a lot of these guys that they're aligning with. They seem to have a pretty good price history, right? Especially Chainlink, and even though it's not here, Ethereum, right? All the coins that seem to align with the WEF have a pretty good history, right? And that reminds me of something. Bitcoin, I believe it's Bitcoin. Okay, so I mentioned this like a year ago, right? And I just want to make this clear again. Shout out to the Crypto Visor for this. Definitely check out his channel. He speaks a lot about Cardano, right? But he bought up this snazzy BitcoinTreasuries.net site, okay? You always wonder, like, a lot of propagandists like Jim Cramer, FUD, crypto, and all this stuff about Bitcoin. But I just want to point out, if we come down here, the United States government holds over 50K Bitcoin, which at a current value is over $1 trillion. It's not a lot to the United States, $1 trillion, right? It's a lot to a lot of countries. But imagine that of all these Bitcoin, then totaled, if Bitcoin was like $1 million a Bitcoin, they're now sitting on $50 trillion, $50 trillion, right? If my math is correct there. Yes, they would then be sitting on $50 trillion. So no matter all the stuff that people are like, oh, the U.S. is going to outlaw Bitcoin. No, they're not. They're sitting on 50K Bitcoin. Their buddies, Ukraine, sitting on 46K Bitcoin. El Salvador, which made it legal tender, sitting up here with 2K, 2.3K. And you get all of these articles with El Salvador is going to be one of the richest countries in the world when Bitcoin goes to this and goes to that. If they're going to be one of the richest in the world, what does that make the United States and Ukraine? Right? Food for thought there. So while everybody's flooding, talking about, oh, the United States doesn't like crypto, blah, 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 blah. Will it make it in the U.S.? What's the security? They're sitting here holding 50K Bitcoin, dude, that they seized from Silk Road and other places that they seized it from, right? They sold a little bit to, like, I think, Tim Draper, I believe. But, yeah. And you can see here, CleanSpark, they're one of the biggest companies with some Bitcoin. The one who has the most, of course, is MicroStrategy, which you'd expect, followed by Mara, followed by Tesla, which they sold a little bit of their Bitcoin, but they still have some. And this is always updated. Hut Mining, I did not know they were fourth. Got the Block, which is Square, Riot, Coinbase, Hive, Galaxy, a couple others there. And then they have some private companies, Tezos. Then we get down here to funds. Grayscale holds a lot. Looks like Canada has a Bitcoin. Whoever this is, they have Bitcoin ETF that's holding a lot. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that, but to me, it makes me think, okay, nobody talks about the Bitcoin that America's holding. Nobody. How do you feel about plug stock? Ooh, it's been a while since I looked at plug stock. I will look at that. What's up, Jesus Canto Venegas? I used to know someone with the last name Venegas. Well, I still know that person. They're not dead, but what's going on? Yo, what's up? Can you give me a brief list of the coins you mentioned just got here? I sure can, and I'm going to trust you to watch the video later, though. I'm going to trust you to do that. Jesus, let's see here. These are the coins. Let me grab them for you. Nope, that's not the list I used. Okay. List I used. I got to pull it back up again. 1 second. Friend I went to college with in Michigan State. Her last name is Venegas. They were from Colombia, or at least her family was from Colombia. There we go. So we looked at XRP, Polkadot, Hedera, Casper, Origin Trail, Constellation, and LCX. Boop-a-doop-doo. And don't forget to smash the likes, guys. And let's see here. And what's up, Nerd Up and Gamara? We're definitely going to get to plug stock. Only thing worries me about BTC is if Satoshi Wallet wakes up, it would done pretty bad, I think. That's true, but I think we got enough in heavy hands that it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. Isn't most of that BTC seized? They can't do really much with it. Yes, it's seized. That it seized Bitcoin, but who's to say what they can do with it? Also, just who's to say, like, because they kept Silk Road running for a while after they caught that guy. And they say it was to like kind of suss out all the other people that were using the dark web stuff. But who knows if they didn't just create private accounts and just siphon Bitcoin off to other places. This is just a thought. I'm not saying that they did it. That's not confirmed or anything like that. But who's to say? They could have done it. They kept it going, like, I think, like, at least 6 months to a year after they caught, what's his name? Ross something. So yeah. Who's to say that they don't have more just sitting somewhere? Reserve rights is undervalued. What's up, Leonard? From the Underdog Crypto community, and a welcomed and honored member of the Blackrue community as well. Okay, so let's go take a look at Plug Power right quick. Guys, there's just so many stocks too. Like, this recession is such a blessing. I know a lot of people are looking at it like our portfolios are down a whole bunch, but like all of these things, just like my guy Ace, Strictly Sports, said about Bitcoin. You're getting Bitcoin at a price 5 years ago where you're like, okay, 5 years ago it might have been silly because you like were buying the top, right? But now that looks amazing. We never thought we would get this again, right? Same to go with for some of these stocks. Some of these stocks, they're earning real money. Right before I go to plug, I just want to show you guys Rivian. And I saw one of these Rivian trucks in where I live in Arizona, and they look pretty good. Somebody had purchased one. It looked pretty good to me. But Rivian, okay, they dumped on people. They really did here with Rivian. I don't know what's going on. It's not showing up properly. Let me go to another stock and come back to it. Okay, let me refresh here because it's not showing that stock right at all. And then we'll do plug. There was another one besides plug that was pretty popular too. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I am logged in. Benzinga Pro. Okay. Rivian. Okay, now it should display properly. My apologies there for that. Okay, so it hasn't been out for 2 years. It's been, okay, but you can see how they dumped on retail at a $180, dumped all the way down to like $17. It's sitting at 1873 right now. But if we look at the financials, these dudes already earning $500 million. They've like, how many X their stuff? Like 530X their money right now. That's like, that's insane. And it's trading for this all-time like a bargain price at $18. But yeah, let's look at Plug. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Plug, let's look at their earnings though first. Ooh, I remember when this earning came out. People were panicking. As you can see here, they continue to grow their earnings other than this just like crazy month or quarter. They're continually growing their earnings. I don't know what made them think that they would get all the way up to 248 million, and they missed that badly. But you can still see its continued growth, even though they missed badly. And you can see, yeah, they're just growing every quarter. And now at the bargain basement price of $12. Let's go look overview from where it's been. I think this was as high as okay, $70. Yeah, for that revenue, they're real. It's a real bargain here. Could it go lower? I think so, because all of tech is kind of going lower. You got other companies like Lucid Motors, which is also earning some real cash from $60 to $6. But if you look again at the financials, and this is by a Saudi company, nothing to 200 million. Real crazy. That's an even crazier X, because they went from like 200,000 to like 200 million. That's like, it's just insane. But yeah, let me look at Plug. There was some other company I wanted to look at. I love that Benzinga Pro allows you to do this. They'll let you look at a list of peers. It's not showing me the peer I wanted to see. I think it was maybe STEM was the one I was thinking about. Either STEM or SunPower. Sunrun. Okay, let me look at STEM right quick. See, it's also growing, slightly slower than Plug, but it's growing. And let's see what it says. STEM is a provider of energy storage systems. The company bundles third-party hardware with its proprietary Athena software to provide customers a turnkey solution. STEM sells its solutions to commercial and industrial customers, as well as independent power producers and renewable developers. Its solutions help maximize renewable energy generation and help build a cleaner, more resilient grid. Okay, plugs should be something similar to that. Plug Power is building end-to-end green hydrogen ecosystem from production, storage, and delivery to energy generation. The company plans to build and operate green hydrogen highways across North America and Europe. Plug will deliver its green hydrogen solutions directly to customers and through joint venture partners into multiple end markets, including material handling, e-mobility, power generation, and industrial applications. Very, very, very cool. Let's look at everybody's favorite ChargePoint. If you guys are not familiar with them, they are doing electrical power systems, like infrastructure, electrical vehicle chargers. Designs, develops, markets, networked electrical vehicle charging system, infrastructure, and cloud-based services that enable customers to locate, reserve, and authenticate EV charging. I know Ace knows about these guys. There's another one where steady earnings. Remember, like, the whole world is moving to EV power. Like, these stocks are going to look so juicy in 5 to 7 years. Oh my gosh, guys. They're just going to look so juicy. You're welcome, Nerd Up Inc. Marv. Oh, what's up, Todd Malik? Missed a little bit, bro. Missed a little bit. Let's look at our RSR right quick. Reserve rights. Oh, wow. That is very low. Very undervalued. Again, 100 billion, that's a big supply. Telcoinish. They made it to 10 cents. Sitting here, it's wow, it's quite the bargain right here. I remember these guys having kind of having connections. Matt Elder and Nevin Freeman. Elder worked for Google and Quixie. Let's see if we can find very quickly any reserve. If there's some reserve rights and World Economic Forum connections, that would make me pretty bullish on it. Like, not like I'm trying to get every WF coin, but World Economic Forum will push stuff. They have the money for it, right? I want to have both my money, freedom, sovereignty with Bitcoin, and also invest in the people who kind of run everything, right? So this guy is relating RSR and LCX and all them. Apparently this guy is too. Give me a direct connection. FTX obviously one, probably all of the Theo funded ones like RSR. Okay, Theo funded RSR. Thiel's another guy that would go to the rhymes with Field-a-Berg group. Field-a-Berg. Thiel's another guy who would attend something like that. A lot of ties between, Chainlink and WEF. There's tons of ties. So, Thiel funds RSR? That really is intriguing to me, if that's true. Let's see if we can find any information on that. RSR, crypto, Peter Thiel. That's extremely intriguing. Leonard, you probably know, because I know you're a really smart guy. You probably already know if he's involved. Okay, there we go. Peter Thiel envisions reserve rights as a mini Federal Reserve that works for humans. The other notable investor is Sam Altman. Oh boy. Oh boy. I might have to buy some RSR. Big shout out to Leonard on that. Main token of Reserve Human Rights Movement. That's very intriguing. I think I have to go buy some of this now, just because of that. Okay, because we all know, like, there's technology, right? But a lot of the times it's like who you know, right? So who they know is Peter Thiel. He's funding it. And he has huge ties into all of these guys, the World Economic Forum. I think Thiel and Elon Musk were big with PayPal. If you want a guy to fund you, there's not too many more people other than Peter Thiel who you would want funding you. I think that's a good call over here by my guy Leonard. RSR may be something for you to just park some money you don't care about in. Let's see, where can you get it? Okay, I saw KuCoin. Binance. Can you get it on Binance USA? I don't know. But you can get it on KuCoin. Curve. Bittrex. Gate. Huobi. Polynex. Okay, so there's some places you can get it here. MEXC, CoinX. So, yeah, I'm like sight unseen, just looking to see and seeing that Peter Thiel's a part of it. I'm about that life. I'm grabbing some. They just added 10 more countries. So, I'm with you on this one, Leonard. I'm with you on this one. Just sight unseen that Peter Thiel's in it. I'm about that life. Oh, thanks, Jesus. I'm glad I got you into LCX, man. I really think they have a bright future. I mean, they're members of the World Economic Forum. Dudes just got connections. Dudes have connections for days. I'm still loading up on my LCX. I love the project, and I'm going to continue loading up on it. Cool, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about our SRF? If Peter Thiel's got his money into it, I really like that. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on this. I don't think I've ever done a video on this one, or if I have, it's been a long time. Let me see here. If I have, it's been a very long time. No, I don't think that I have. Nope, I haven't. So I'll have to do some deep diving on that and see what information I can drag up for us on RSR. And yeah, I don't see any reason why you can't put some shekels over into that. Seems really good to me. Silo, okay. House RNDR, looking for relationships. Yeah, please smash that like, you guys. RNDR. What's RNDR? Is that a stock or is that a crypto? And Silo, I haven't looked at Silo in so long, man. Let me see here. It's been quite a while since I've looked at that. Only 10 billion, not too bad. Has been audited. I know they did implement staking finally. Went through a bull run, got as high as a cent. Let's see what their Twitter is like. Okay, not too many people following it right now, but like still a decent amount of people. Okay, they got some interns. One girl, one lady, excuse me, intern. Okay, so it looks like they're kind of regular on their postings. Not as crazy as Telcoin, but they're in there. They're in there. Okay, I'll have to take another look at this. It's been a long time since I looked at Silo. A long time. So I'll have to take a look at that and get back to you. Crypto RNDR. Let's see. RNDR. Render token. Top 120, top 160, so not bad. Only half a billion, excuse me. Was as high as $8. Interesting. Aiming to connect artists, studios in need of GPU power. I think what's his face was talking about this. Beeple was pushing this for a bit. He was saying one of his friends worked here or something like that. So Ari Emanuel. I know Kanye was real mad at Ari Emanuel for some stuff that he was saying about him, but very powerful guy, Ari Emanuel. Probably So co-founder and co-CEO, Warner Brothers. Ari Emanuel is a big guy out there. JJ, is that the JJ Abrams that directs movies? I don't know. Maybe it is. But I'm so that advisory board's a big advisory board. So this may be another one to take a look at. That's a pretty powerful advisory board, I would have to say. Jules Urbach. Yeah, Kanye was pissed at Ari Emanuel. He's a really big guy in Warner Music or Warner. He's a huge guy in talent and Warner Brothers Music and media. He's huge. That's a powerful packed investment group right there, or advisory board. This one bodes some extra looking just because of this advisory board. And I believe that's J.J. Abrams. Isn't he a director? Okay, this might be a different J.J. Abrams. But, okay, wow. So, yep, see, yeah, Beeple was pushing this. That's what I thought. So they just threw him on here, too. So, member WEF. Bing, another one. So yeah, so I'll have to do some more looking into this and actually see like the GPUs. So it seems like they're using GPUs for more of a augmented reality, virtual reality, stuff like that. All of which would be necessary for Metaverse. GPU owner uses Octane Render to process requested job. So it makes sense for Beeple to push this because Octane Render and stuff like that are stuff that he uses to do his art work. So "3D economy of decentralized 3D assets." Okay, so they're giving you extra GPU power, it seems. Okay, I'll just have to do a little bit more deep diving on it. The concept makes sense, but I just have to see if there's a need and who they're partnered with besides this powerful team of people that they gathered here, who could just be, like Shaquille O'Neal and Stephen Curry, or Steph Curry with FTX. Not saying that they are like that, but just making sure that they're actually here and doing stuff, and not just promoting. So I'll have to do some deep diving into that. And then, okay, we went nice and long today. We went like an hour and I think we went like an hour and 30 over here, guys. I love it. thank you guys so much. I have to tell you guys, like, the channel grew so much, even in the bear market. I got to thank you guys so much for coming through, watching the videos, for the support. It means a lot. And I hope you guys have a really good new year coming up. I'm going to keep sharing with you what I'm sharing with you. And, you know, I hope all our pockets are very fat when we have this next Bitcoin halving. Not financial advice, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a really good night. Peace.